Day also was a day to be in churches, so we were divided up into two churches. Most of the churches are very plain, very small, concrete floors. You can see the rafters, nothing's closed in. You can see the sheets of tin up on the roof. Some of them had windows, some of them did not have windows, but Sharon is giving her testimony here. And this is Pastor James, and Pastor James has a good work. You see up on the platform, they did spend some money. They have like a veil there, so you're not staring at the concrete wall that's behind there. Here I am preaching a message, and I preached that Sunday morning on the fact about what is your life like, and are you growing in the Lord? And as a result, an invitation was given, and all these people came forward to rededicate themselves to the Lord and to let the church family know that they are taking a stand, that they want to grow in the Lord. We say in America, that's using your head. Over there, they still do that literally. If you can't see, these baskets are loaded with carrots, and these carrots are huge. And particularly the big one there on the left, that had to weigh a lot of weight. And the person's carrying it, lady's carrying it right down the street, and we just watched for a while to see if it would wobble, if it would fall. It didn't even budge. Perfect balance. Underneath all of those water containers is a bicycle. And believe it or not, there's somebody actually there pedaling that bicycle. You would never know it. From behind, you're looking and you're thinking, am I seeing what I'm seeing? A bunch of plastic containers going down the road with a wheel showing. But somebody is there, and I don't know if they were selling those, if they were taking them somewhere to get refilled or whatever, but we saw a lot of that as well. Here we are out in front of or we're not out in front, but just to give you an idea, they do have modern stores. And for as poor as they are, and as small and not very clean and so on the stores are, they have all these mannequins dressed with all these. I mean, it's just amazing that they can afford all the mannequins, but they can't afford to, paint their store or to clean it up. And that's just what we saw over and over and over again. People with little storefronts, and that's how they make their living. This is as the pastors begin to go through registration, and at the end of the registration line, they were handed gospel bracelets. And of course, we had translated into Swahili what each of the beads stood for. And so this gal, Renee, who was with our team, she is handing these out, and as it is explained, there's an interpreter on the other side of Renee. As it is explained as to what it was, you can see the smiles that came across these guys' faces. Again, tangible things that they can use for ministry. Again, here's another pastor and his wife going through the line. And again, you can see the smiles as it's explained as to how they can use these simple bracelets for spreading the good news of Jesus Christ. This guy, he was probably the best dressed pastor there, and his wife behind him, and again, same response. All the pastors that received them, same response. Wow, I've got something I can use. And again, you had a big part in all of that. This is our missionary, Enoch. information. They keep giving and giving. We took a suitcase of stuffed animals, and Sharon and I bought them some ties. You can see here a picture of me showing them how to operate a zipper tie. He thought that was the neatest thing, and the youth group gave them some gifts, and we'll show that in a moment. But back to what I was saying, what do you want? And he said, Bibles. Bibles. Part of his ministry is over there in Tanzania. One time a week, he's able to go into the elementary school, and also one time a week, he's able to go into the high school. And so he tells the students about Jesus. He has perfect freedom to do that, and he wants Bibles. Swahili for the younger kids, English Bibles, believe it or not, for the older kids. And I told him that in time that we as a church, we would do something about that and buy him some Bibles. So we're thinking about that. And sometime down the road here, we'll take a special offering, and through Gospel Link, we can get those Bibles that he so desperately needs. As it turns out, one of the men in our group is a Gideon, and he brought a bunch of Bibles with him, and he had a bunch left. And so I went and rounded up those Bibles for Enoch to take back with him. Here is Sharon talking to the ladies, and they really loved her, and really she made just progress with them, because we were told that over and over again, the ladies in little groups, through a translator, they were talking about what Sharon had talked about, how they can support their husbands, and things that they can do that could help bring extra income into the family. And so that was outside under some tents. Here is Enoch receiving what the youth group sent. They had put together a package, Flipside, and we took that with us. So inside that basket were Flipside t-shirts, Flipside eyewear, and somebody even threw in a bottle of Chick-fil-A sauce. All right? So I assume that they will like that, though we did not see any Chick-fil-A's. We saw a lot of chickens, but no Chick-fil-A. So teens, kudos to you for putting this together, and he was very excited about the gifts that he received. Here he is with one of his new ties on, all right, and really enjoying that. Here I am showing how a zipper tie works. Beside me is a translator that is telling him how it works and so forth. How many have never seen a zipper tie? Oh my goodness, this is 2024. This is America, folks. Every Sunday for 20 years, I wear zipper ties. You zip them down, and you zip them back up. Perfect knot every time. How hard can that be? Here he is with one of the ties on that we had given him. Just so happened he had a yellow shirt that day, so he took off the tie that he had and put that on immediately. He noticed a little, what do you call it, hanky in the pocket, and also had matching cufflinks for him as well. So he was styled and profiled, and really enjoying it. Again, it doesn't take much to excite these people, because they have absolutely nothing. Okay? Keep that in mind. Absolutely nothing. Here I am speaking at the men's meeting, and again through an interpreter. And the first time I preached on the qualifications of that was my topic that I was given. Just going over with the men. Okay, you're called. Here are the qualifications that are listed in 1 Timothy chapter 3. And from there, we jumped into some other passages, just trying to shore up as to what God expected them to do as senior pastors in their churches. Here is another couple that lives close to Enoch, Michael, and wife, and to their family as well. This little guy, his name is Melvin, and Melvin is the son of one of the pastors that was at the conference. And Melvin, he liked us, and couldn't talk much. He's only 3 years of age, but as soon as we would walk in the over 400 men and women and kids inside that church building.